These are trading at about 4 times gross. So let's say this makes $200,000 a year. This could potentially be worth $800,000. So no matter what you do in a business like this, even if you are at a location that runs more credit than anything else, you're still going to have to deal with the coin and the cash. So that means coming down to the car wash, collecting all the coin, loading it up, taking it to your local bank. And sometimes banks aren't very easy to work with when it comes to cash and coin. A lot of people ask me how I actually take it to the bank. At some banks, they actually require you to put it in the rolls. At some banks, they require you to actually separate out all the bills and put everything in $100 bundles.
This is just separating the tokens from the quarters, so I can get a count on how many tokens were purchased to use the vacuums and separate them out from the quarters. That doesn't get added to my revenue. That count is actually in the cash in the bill dispenser. What we want to do is just get to the counting of the quarters.
So this is $517 that I'm going to track that went towards the vacuums, because all those tokens came out of the vacuums.
The real downside of a cash business like this is always having to deal with coins and the cash, honestly. At my location, I run about 30% credit, 30% cash, and 30% coin.
Yeah, right now I'm having to do this basically every couple days. And the car wash really hasn't been that busy. Not as busy as it was in March, April, and May. It slowed down, I think, due to the heat and people going back to school. But imagine having to do this every couple days, collecting the cash and the coin. Collecting the cash isn't a big deal, but having to get all the coin out of the vaults and separate the tokens and the quarters can be a real huge pain in the butt. And again, I'm not really complaining. Obviously, it's money, but the reason for having to do that is simply because I'm running out of token.